We're back on 1340 WJRW. I'm glad you're with us. All right, Affordable Care Act, it is here and doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon. I'm sure it will continue to evolve, though. And here to talk about some of those issues related to the Affordable Care Act, particularly with deadlines and filing, is Jeff DeVree. He is with Varnum Law Firm, and he's in the employee benefits and tax area over at Varnum. And Jeff, this is, as you mentioned to me off the air, it's a busy time in this whole field because a lot of it is new and it's changing. We've got some changing deadlines, I understand. So let's talk about those things and let our listeners, particularly those in the human resource, finance, and payroll area, let's talk about some of those issues that as they may relate to them. So, what's happening with Affordable Care Act with regard to these deadlines?
Well, the IRS just extended the filing deadline for employers who have to file information about the offers of coverage that were made to employees. And like W-2 forms, one copy has to go to the employee and another copy has to go to the IRS. The IRS delayed the deadline for sending the copy to the employees, and then also delayed the deadline for filing the copy with the IRS.
So what's the ripple effect on that?
Well, it's great news for employers who get some extra time to get this done. The IRS often does this with new reporting requirements, but unfortunately they usually also often wait till the last minute. So everyone's been scrambling around. I think the accounting firms, the payroll service providers, other service providers were pretty much ready to go. I think probably the bigger concern was that employers didn't have all their information organized yet. It's like going to see your tax return preparer. He's ready
Here's
to
the
do
shoebox.
the return, but you got to have your shoebox organized.
Yeah.
And I think that it was a problem for employers getting all this information organized. So this is great news for them.
What about for the employees? Does it affect them all that much? Let's say if you wanted to file as early as you can because you think you got a refund coming.
It shouldn't, but I think what it will do is create a lot of confusion and anxiety. Employees who needed to include information about this on their return are still supposed to get most of what they need to know on time. And that's the form that they would get from the insurance marketplace. And that's the information that they really need. The information they were supposed to get from employers might help. The IRS tried to relieve that by saying, well, don't worry about the stuff you're supposed to get from your employer. Just, if you got other information from your employer, go ahead and rely on that. But you're supposed to get what you really need from the marketplace on time. And this doesn't really affect the receipt of Affordable Care Act money because those premium subsidies were advance payment arrangements. You were getting those as you go. What you're doing now when you file your return is just confirming how much you got and that you were entitled to it. And again, the information you really need should be coming on time. But I still suspect this will cause a lot of confusion and anxiety, and if that results in delay in filing your return, it will result in delay in getting your regular refund.
Right. The Affordable Care Act, it's like a lot of other government things and tax regulations. It's complicated. Any recommendations for either businesses who have been struggling to wade through it with all the things that they need to do, and individuals as well? Do you have general advice, or does it all have to be individualized because everybody's got their own situation?
I think for employers, they need particularized advice for their situation.
Mm-hmm.
For employees, I would say, well, there's good information on the internet from health.gov.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you need particularized advice for your own situation, find a health insurance agent who has some experience in this market.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some who are specializing in this. You're right. It's very complicated, and this has been created by people at the IRS who you know, I don't want to say haven't had anything else to do for the last 4 years, but this has been their primary job for the
Mm-hmm.
last 4 years. And I'm not saying that they did a bad job with it. I'm just saying that when you translate it to the other side of the fence, to the employees, the people who qualify for this premium are probably going to be people at the lower end of the pay scale. Maybe single parents, maybe working a job and a half. For them, this is not all they have to think about.
Right. They got to get a kid to school, get them dressed, clothed, do some homework, and find time to make breakfast and sleep.
Right. So this is really unbelievably complicated
Mm-hmm.
For someone in that situation, and it reminds me a lot of the situation that older retired people have when they're confronted with Medicare Part A, Part B,
Mm-hmm.
Part D, Medicare Advantage. What do I do with all these things? Anyone who's tried to help their parents with this knows
Mm-hmm.
how complicated that is. This is even more complicated than that, and the people who are really affected probably don't have adult children who can help them.
Right.
They're,
Right.
they're the people with young children.
Absolutely. It kind of begs the question for me: why did you get into this area? It is so complex. You must get some satisfaction of wading through some of these details. Otherwise, you wouldn't have specialized in it.
Well, I'm always worried that it says something unflattering about me.
You know what? We need people like you.
I do like the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Different areas of the law require different skill sets. I think of, for example, bankruptcy. I think of as more like battlefield surgery.
Mm-hmm.
This is more like hand surgery, and so you.
You're
people
close in with the goggles and the microscope, and it's different. It's very detail oriented.
It is, and so different areas attract different types of people, and this is the one that attracted me.
I love it. I don't think it's unflattering at all. I mean, we need those detailed people. We need great hand surgeons, and so it makes sense to me. Now, if we've got people listening who want either your advice or some help from department at Varnum, would you just direct them to the website, or where would you point them to?
You could come to the website,
Mm-hmm.
jump to the Employee Benefits Practice Team page, and all of us on the team are there, and you could give any of us a call.
Okay, and the website is varnumlaw.com, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, very good. I appreciate it. It's complicated stuff, and some people don't have a head for it, and that's me. So, and a lot of people like me probably. So we'll seek advice and wise counsel. VarnumLaw.com is one place where you can get that advice. We appreciate your time today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Jeff. This is News Talk 1340 WJRW. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment.